Hey, and welcome back to my fourth part of this No BS Q4 Tips series. Lots of Etsy self-described coaches will tell you that SEO is the main thing that matters when it comes to getting sales. They'll even sell you on SEO courses or lists of keywords, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. And while SEO has its obvious merits for sure, it's far from the only thing that matters. I mean, think of it this way. Having all the best keywords in the world will not sell your items if they look like crap. It's like rearranging chairs on the Titanic. The ship is still gonna sink even if all the chairs are waterproofed and float, right? So with over 4 million sellers on Etsy, use the opportunities that Etsy gives you to stand out from the crowd. And if 4 million seems like a lot, it's not. There's over 80 million buyers on Etsy. That's 20-to-1 seller to buyer ratio, which brings me to tip number 13. Tell your story. Tell your story in your About section, your shop policies, your seller bio, etc. I see countless amounts of shops that don't have any of this filled out. While you're doing that, reorganizing in your shop, fill out those other areas that most people leave blank. This is a quick way to build some kind of trust with the customer when you might only have a few reviews or little to no sales, right? It's some kind of social proof. People love a good but short story. So tug at their heartstrings a little bit. Tell them why you do what you do and how you do it. The bonus here is that these customer-facing sections Etsy has for you to fill out all play into your shop relevancy score. This shop relevancy score can impact how and when your items factor into their algorithm. So fill these sections out and tell your story. Tip number 14 is run sales. Everyone loves a good sale, so make it count. This year, especially with inflation rising at crazy rates, discount strategies are super important. Create a sense of urgency by keeping them short and make it worthwhile. Nobody cares about your 5 or 10% off coupon on a $20 item. If you're going to run a sale, give them 20% off. I also like to make sure that I always have less than 20 items available whenever I can. It's just enough that I don't run out or don't run out for too long if I do run out. It's got to be small enough number that creates the same sense of urgency with, that element of scarcity. Better grab one before they're gone, right? What not to do here is have 999 items available. I mean, let's think of it logically here. If you walk into a store in your neighborhood because you heard they were having a sale on something that you thought was like super cool or unique, and then you walk in and you see thousands of the exact same thing sitting there piled on top of each other, like, endless amounts, it just kind of quashes that excited butterflies in your stomach feeling you had before you realize that literally everyone in your neighborhood is going to end up wearing the same shirt tomorrow, right? All right, so tip number 15 is actually a mistake I see many sellers make all the time. You need to stop accepting returns and offer a coupon code for 30 to 35% off instead. State in your policies that you don't accept returns or exchanges just to cover your butt. You do it by clicking Settings, then Policy Settings, then Create Policy here. Then toggle these two switches and click Save. When they request exchanges, I position my reply to my customers like this. I'm sorry, but as per our policies, we do not allow for refunds or exchanges unless we've screwed up since we make everything to order. But what I can do for you is offer you a 30% off coupon, which works out to be cheaper for you than sending the item back and having to pay for another one to be shipped out. If that works for you, feel free to use this coupon for your next order. And then I'll put the coupon code 30 for Jane. Stating that things are made to order also absolves you from the UK's strict rules that would otherwise force you to accept returns. This policy does not apply to personalized and or custom-made items. The key here is to be proactive. Time is money, it is valuable, so offer the solution immediately in your reply to mitigate any unnecessary back and forth with the customer. Sometimes they'll take days or, weeks to get back to you, which sucks for both of you because Etsy will penalize you if you don't get your orders marked shipped within your stated processing times. And you can only bump out or extend your processing times one time, though you definitely do not want to make this a habit. 99% of the time, the customer is pleasantly happy to have saved money and have a second shirt or whatever you're selling, and many of these situations have resulted in a 5-star review about how quick I was to resolve such a small issue. If, however, you screw up or the POD company screws up, which still falls on you, tell them you'll have it replaced immediately. Ask for photos of the screw up to forward to your POD company, who will then reprint it. If it's a gift like a wedding or a birthday that's now going to be late, just refund it and get a refund from the printer. The win here is that doing it this way will keep you in the black with no loss of revenue, and your customer ends up with a second item that they can re-gift, or as I suggest, to donate to someone in need. They'll feel great about themselves. So there you have it, beautiful people. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or tips of your own that you'd like to share to help save everybody a headache or maybe some valuable time. Love you guys. See you in the next video.